Besides, I've been divorced since 2013. And I've been in gas stations. I've been around guys. I've seen guys in the stores and stuff. Did I think anyone around me was hot? I was like, sorry. I mean, when I said that Steve was a special circumstance, I meant it. Seriously. I seriously meant it. I mean, I've seen guys in the gas station just the other day, and it's like, well, what about him? No, you gotta wait for that, like, feeling. And then it's like, what's the point? So you get that feeling, and you go, what's the point, stupid Tinky? So, I mean, I've kind of already been here, and I found myself because it started with Brian long, long ago. And all these freaking years, I've been around people, I've been around men. So, I mean, Steve didn't create himself. I know this. Okay, I'll just keep loaded up on YouTube. He didn't create himself. I know this. And seriously, it was looks until he started talking. And then I liked his talking, and I liked what he said, and I liked how he looked. I mean, I don't know really anything. I know some things about him, but not a lot. But, I mean, we can't erase this moment where Tinky was like, what the fucking hell is this? Because he has hair. I mean, just everything. I'm sorry. I'm just going to tell the truth. But that doesn't mean it's reciprocated. It doesn't mean that him, like, being with me for an hour, that he would be able to even handle, like, me. Like, if I were just talking and laughing and being myself. I mean, I haven't been around that many people. I mean, I do know how to, like, be nice and talk to people. But, he might not be able to handle me for an hour. Maybe I would drive him nuts. I mean, it's possible. But we can't change the moment where I was looking at him. And, this whole queen thing. Okay, so imagine, like, 18th century village with a queen. And the queen gets to choose any man she wants. And just do whatever with him. I'm not that kind of queen. You get your personal choice. So if you're not into me, I'm not going to force you to be with me. That's, like, gross. I mean, can you imagine? I'm going to post a guy that I would not want touching me, I guess. There's a lot. I have a select few of guys, the actors. I mean, I know all those freaking fancy actors out there, and I mean, Brad Pitt's never even been on my list. Who's been on my list? I didn't even have a list until I made a list. Seriously, especially after I realized that, you can't talk about this stuff with guys because they don't give a shit. They just want to tell you their big, like, 7-inch girth, 9-inch penis is going to do great things for you when it won't even fit you. I mean, I'm not even kidding. This is, like, insane. I already went through guys that were like, this isn't safe and this isn't safe and I mean, I'm a mom. I've got to protect myself and my kids so I can be home with them. I'm going to be freaking messing around with these stupid relationships. It's so stupid. This old system is so retarded. Anyway, so Match System, you don't even look at their face first. You have to read their history and all their questions before you look at their face. Because why waste the time? It's like we should walk around with bags on our heads. No, it's like this is just a system that we have because we don't have what I have here. It's off planet. I'm going to tell you it's off planet. I don't have it right here in my house where Steve came up to Hotel California asking for photos. I didn't. I just lived in my house. I just lived here. Anyway. So, it's unfortunate that he is a special circumstance. I'm not going to say he's not. But this chick right here may not be his special circumstance. Do you see what I'm saying? Especially if you get to know my personality. I mean, if he's really kind of straight-laced, I mean, I'm Tinky. Like, seriously, I can drive. My personality doesn't fit with everyone. I like guy things. I like four-wheeling and I like all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't fit with everyone. If you're like an engineer type, my creativity is going to drive you insane. See, Steve, he builds solar fields. He probably uses a hammer and a screwdriver. He's probably mechanical. And if he's like engineering and he has that kind of engineering personality, first of all, I probably attract them like flies because I'm very creative. And so it looks like it would be a good match. But when I want to like dance around with a boa, and he's all serious because he's an engineer, it doesn't work because that creativity will drive him crazy after a while. Not to mention the fact that I'm not like organized. Like if he like has all his cupboards in his house, I mean, if I looked at his house and it was a neat freak mess, I would drive away in my car like 150 miles an hour. I am not even kidding you. I would show him every ugly piece of my house and go, you do not want anything to do with me. We can be friends. I don't mind being friends if he says no to all this kind of stuff. But anyway, so I can't help that he was a special circumstance for me. It just was. All these years since high school. I'm sorry. This is an in-person contact. Now, do I have Sean William Scott? He's fucking hot. Yes, he is. He is hot. And that's like the actor, you know what I mean? So I've never met him in person. He might be so fucking hot I'd fall over and die. I bet someone would like that. So maybe you should like have me meet Sean William Scott so I could fall over and just die. I know, someone wants my death so bad. No one. Oh, well then I'll just say none of you actually want me to die. That'll be good. We'll take the power of that. Anyway, so where's I going with this? Oh, having to do this over again. It's not, never again am I ever, some other guy, if I met some other hot guy, I mean, look, I've had 2 in my lifetime here in Michigan here. It's 2. Seriously, this is where I was born. This is where I was raised. I've been to Kentucky. Have I ever seen a hot guy down there? I had this guy a long time ago. I was a teenager. I was with my cousins, Rhonda and Misty. And Misty lived down there. Rhonda's from Cincinnati. We went out to her friend's house or something. There's this big fancy cabin that was being built out in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky. And I stayed outside on the front porch. And I was dressed, I swear to God, I was very kind of preppy back then, like Eddie Bauerish. I just was. And I was dressed, and I didn't know, like, you know, just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. I wasn't that kind of girl. Anyway, this guy, he was in college, I think. I don't know. He told me he was a virgin. I'm like, I'm sorry. I mean, I know I have long hair and look like this, but I'm not buying it. I didn't buy it then. Seriously. And I was like pretty innocent. I just like, yeah, right. Please, dude, tell me some more lies. I can't even remember his name, but you know what? He ended up dying in a car accident. My Aunt Greta told my dad to tell me that this kid died in a car accident. He was some Cumberland College guy's son or something like that. I don't know the whole story, but I was 16 or, was I driving yet? I don't know. I was 16 or 17, somewhere in there. Anyway, so was he hot? No, he didn't give me the same feeling as Brian. Certainly didn't give me the same feeling as Steve. I mean, seriously. So, you know, maybe these only happen once in a lifetime or twice with looks. I mean, we're dealing with looks. And then I did actually speak more to Steve than I've ever spoken to Brian back in high school. That just went nowhere. So I did speak more to Steve, especially with texting. I mean, I talked to him a couple times in person. That literally, I think, would add up way more words than Brian ever said to me. I am not kidding you. It was just like looks. I mean, you get that feeling. I mean, damn. I don't know. Guys probably know it more than girls, maybe. I don't know. I haven't talked to any girls like, damn, did I get it? I don't know. I don't talk. It's not my fault I've been left unsupervised. Seriously. Anyway. So, regarding the special circumstance, he is. And then he texts me, he's like, man, I thought it was a special circumstance. And then I'm like, dude, there's like ownership all over that. Just because I think you're hot does not mean anything, because I had more. Penis vagina size match. Your body's not your own. How about my battle with the Catholic Church? Hey, how about the fact? Oh, hey, I could, you know, I was looking for an uncircumcised guy, meaning he wasn't circumcised. Not kidding. Why? It has to do with torture on the soul and all this kind of stuff. Plus the whole natural thing just kind of makes more sense to me because I wish my boys were not circumcised, but I can't go back and change because of all this stuff. Like with Luke and Benjamin, I didn't want circumcised, but Eric made the call, and Shawnee, I just didn't even have a choice. It just was a nightmare. So anyway, I was looking for a guy who was not circumcised. What are the chances of Steve being circumcised? High. They're extremely high that he's actually circumcised. Now, that doesn't mean that I think a circumcised penis is bad. I was just going towards the little boy's soul not tortured, and it's like easier to work with. You know what I'm saying? Sean William Scott said something about his little turtle head penis or whatever the fuck he was talking about in one of those interviews. It just goes back inside like a turtle head. That kind of sounds like he's not circumcised. I don't really know. He didn't show his penis anywhere on YouTube that I could find, because if I could find out how big it was, we could go somewhere else, but I can't. So anyway, so where's I going with this? Oh yeah, that like, guys, I don't know. So sometimes when I talk and get stuff off, more stuff comes in. This is bad. See, this is one of those things that if he's engineering, I mean, he builds things. He's probably engineering. He's probably so engineering. In fact, he probably, I mean, I would probably drive him crazy. I don't know if I've made him laugh. I mean, he did say I made him laugh, but that was just through texting. I don't know what I would do to him in person. I mean, do you think I could make him laugh in person? I'm not sure. If I could, that would be like ridiculous. But that doesn't mean that his little engineering self would handle all my piles of stuff that I collect. Like Tinky, I have stuff. So, anyway, I'm supposed to be cleaning. My pot pie is still cooking. It takes an hour in the convection oven, so I ate ramen noodles. And I turned off Star Wars because I got to a point where I needed to do some stuff with it. And Anakin was talking about the angels in the solar system that the, pilot guys see because he thought Padme was, an angel. Are you an angel? Because she was so pretty. I'll balance it with Jesus talking about vultures eating dead bodies. Did he say those words? Damn, did he ever say those words? They're in scripture. Not kidding you. I'll balance that with that. So there's always more.